Presenting Air Force Grandpa by Alydia Jimenez and PCH. Okay. You want to introduce yourself to the...
Well, hi. I'm your Pop Pop. I'm
Alright.
Dave Ritterling, and I currently am heading into the retirement years, but I'm working with a big home care franchise and having great success with that. A lot of the success comes from my military experience that I had as a television production officer in the Air Force. And it's fun to be able to do an interview with you.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. Alright. My first question, you kind of just answered. What job did you do in the Air Force?
Well, I came into the Air Force after college and got a commission as a second lieutenant. And I went to Capital University in Columbus, Ohio. And I graduated distinguished graduate, which surprised me. But I was given the role of television production officer in the Air Force. And I was assigned to Nellis Air Force Base in September of 1979. And in that role, I was in charge of producing videos that were related to the Air Force's role in conflicts that we were assisting in, and also documented important functions like our red flag, which is very much like Top Gun for the Air Force. And in that process, I also was able to do television commercials for the Thunderbirds, which many people know of as the aerial demonstration team. And I did documentaries and of our involvement with exercises like in Cold Lake, Canada. And it was called Operation Maple Flag, and that's where I met your grandmother doing a documentary. So I had a really, really great time in the Air Force doing television production. And while I was there, incidentally, I had the opportunity to work with Don King Productions, and I did the Larry Holmes Muhammad Ali fight ringside, which was a really great experience in Las Vegas. And as an Air Force officer, I was also able to be involved with the Miss America pageant and did so many things of documentaries of stars that were flying with the Thunderbirds, and also I was on the TV show Hollywood Squares as a contestant for the Air Force.
Buddy Hackett, Phyllis Dillard, from Harbor Valley PTA, George Goebel, from TV's Vegas, Phyllis Davis, the host of PBS's Mystery, Vincent Price, Tia Zadora, and all in the Hollywood Squares. And here's the master of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Martin.
Thank you, Kenny. Welcome to the Hollywood Squares. Hello, stars. A young lady who moved from Phoenix, Arizona to Las Vegas 6 months ago as secretary. Please welcome Suzanne Miller. Hiya, Susie.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Nice.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Where are you from, David?
Greenville, Ohio.
Oh, yeah?
Greenville.
Second lieutenant in the U.S. Air Force, produces Air Force television. David Ritterling. Second lieutenant Ritterling, I should say. You want to tell...
So I was afforded so many opportunities that were unique to young officers like me in the Air Force.
That's awesome. What was it like doing one of the unknown jobs in the Air Force?
You know, it's kind of interesting because I was a television production guy in college, and I got my degree in broadcasting, and little did I know that there was actually a career field for television production. Now it's evolved into combat camera, and we were also involved with the movie Top Gun, the original movie Top Gun. We helped do that with a small Airflex camera in the back seat, so all of the video you saw in the film really was film, and it was done with an Airflex camera. So I'm excited that we have another version of Top Gun coming out to the movie theaters. So that was somewhere like 40 years ago we did that. And so it was very unique being a part of a very small group of people that were documenting military exercises, and that we were doing combat training. We were teaching pilots how to drop ordnances. We were teaching pilots how to fly navigation systems. And so we had a large role in the development of our Air Force, and it came out of our very small, unknown, literally unknown career field. So, but I look back and it's not the typical career for most people, but I really had a wonderful time while I served in the military.
That's amazing. How did being in the military affect your family?
Well, that's a really good question. Being in the military is a commitment to your country, to your Constitution. It's a higher calling. And so when you go into the military, you decide that for that period of time, what you're doing in the military, in my case the Air Force, had to come first. And fortunately, I wasn't involved with any protracted, year-long assignments away from my family. I was able to take my family to the places that we lived. We lived in Las Vegas. We lived in near Los Angeles, California. We lived in Rochester, New York, when I was working with Kodak during that period of time. And we also lived in Honolulu. And I was able to take our family with us the whole time. There are many services that require you to be gone for a long period of time. You could be a submariner in the Navy and be gone for months and months and months. So I was very fortunate that I didn't have to be gone from my family too much. But when you do join the military, they get to tell you where you're going. And sometimes you can be gone for a protracted period of time.
Thank you. What was it like being married to somebody in the Air Force?
Very official.
Very official.
Well, no, it's fun, just like being married to anybody else.
Did you have fun moving around?
Yes.
What was your favorite place that you lived?
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
How long did you live in Hawaii?
2 years.
What rank were you in the military?
Well, I started out as a second lieutenant when I first got my commission. And every 2 years I was promoted. And then after 4 years I became a captain. And in my years, I was in for 14 years and took an early retirement as a major. And so you could progress all the way through the ranks, and had I stayed, I would hopefully have made general. But you certainly can progress well and grow. But I chose to take an early retirement with 14 years in as a major.
What was the craziest thing that happened while you were serving in the Air Force?
I had a lot of really exciting situations happen. One of the real fond memories that I have is that the Pearl Harbor anniversary, 50-year anniversary, was while I was stationed in Honolulu. It was December 7th, I believe, 1991. I was asked to re-enlist 100 soldiers, sailors, and Marines on the USS Arizona on that 50th anniversary. And that was a very, very somber event, which meant a lot to me. And actually, I don't know if you can see it here, but they actually gave me the flag that flew over the USS Arizona during that period of time. So this flag means a lot to me. And but there were lots of camera crews there from the networks, a lot of Japanese visitors, really. And that was a very, very unique time where we were revisiting a very important part of our U.S. history with the bombing of Pearl Harbor and the anniversary of that.
That is so cool. That is all of the questions I have for you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank you for watching.